Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you give me your full name, please, so we know who you are?
Cherie Hansen.
Hang on. Hanson?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm going to rename you and put you back in the waiting room for just a few minutes, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Cherie,
Yes, ma'am.
have you already spoken with Art?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Hang on just a minute. Yes, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Rangel. Mr. Rangel, do you have your audio on?
Yes, sir.
Good morning. You've chosen to go forward today without benefit of an attorney, is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. I've got two files here. I've got on October 14, 2019, operating while visibly impaired, and an October 2019 assault and battery. We had you on a Zoom meeting on December 9th, and we adjourned till today's date for you to get engaged in mental health treatment, start getting on track with your testing. Says you're going to adult wellbeing services, but you're only going once a month.
Yeah, so I've been trying to talk to them about getting me in there and talking to somebody. And every time I mention it, they'll say they'll call me back and they'll never call me back. So I go to call them and it's just a hassle from there. I ask them, I'm like, so I try to talk to my case manager and he's like, yeah, we'll get you talking to somebody and we'll call you right back. It's every time I call them, that's what they tell me. So, but they do have me on medication.
All right. So have you been keeping Mr. Sikowski informed of your attempts to try to get into counseling?
Yeah.
So
So
you've been telling him that you're waiting for adult wellbeing to call you.
yeah, I just told him that.
Yeah, today.
Yeah, today.
I mean in the days since December 9th when we told you to get in treatment. Have you called Mr. Sikowski and say, I'm trying to get into treatment, but they keep putting me off?
No, Your Honor.
All right. So we've lost 5, almost 6 weeks since we last spoke. All right. I understand that you have failed to appear at JAMS on December 13th.
Yes, Your Honor.
What happened?
I just overslept. I called at like 10:30 and it was already too late.
Are you working, Mr. Rangel?
Yes,
Where do you
Your
work?
Honor.
Where do you work?
Old Dominion Freight.
How long you
Old
been with the
Dominion
company?
Freight since September 14th.
Full-time job?
Yes, sir.
All right. Does Mr. Rangel have any prior criminal history?
Other than the two cases he is before you on, Judge, the OWI and the assault, he has no other criminal history.
All right. You have anything to add, Art, or do you want to share a recommendation?
Just as far as Mr. Rangel, I know that, this is why it was important, I thought, for him to get into counseling. Every time I try to have contact with him, it's usually during his work hours, and he lashes out and he gets very upset. We've talked about it today, and he talks about if he's had a bad day or stuff like that. I said, then don't pick up the phone when I call. Call me back when you're in a better mood. And so I would like him to get the counseling that he needs. I'm glad the medication is working, but I do think that adult wellbeing services should work with him on that. There just may be a backload for maybe him to get in to see a counselor. I can check into that. But as far as the recommendation, it just indicates basically medication management for sleep and things of that nature, Judge.
Yeah. So what's your recommendation?
I'd like to maybe set this out a couple months for him to try to get the services that he needs. And in the meantime, maybe he can start chipping away at the money on his assault case, because a lot of that is restitution. And both of these cases are essentially up, but I'd like to adjourn it out for him to at least, get on the right track before we cut him loose.
All right. Mr. Rangel, looks like you haven't made a payment on that assault charge since last January. Is that correct?
No, that's not correct, Your Honor.
Show me a receipt somewhere then. I've got a
Can
payment, I've got a payment from February 24, 2020 on the operating while visibly impaired, but the last receipt I've gotten the assault and battery charge is dated January 15, 2020.
January 15th.
2020.
I
Almost a
just
year
paid
ago.
it. I just paid it. I want to say December 3rd. I just paid $200
On the assault charge.
on the assault charge.
All right, you got some information to that, Art?
I'm looking it up right now, Your Honor. They may not have been putting these receipts in the files due to COVID. They haven't been pulling all those files.
Okay,
But,
then we got to figure out another way to let me know what's going on with the money.
I'm scrolling through right now, Your Honor, checking it out, see what happened here. I see a $200 payment on February 14th.
Say that again?
That $200 payment on February 14th, obviously he's nowhere where he needs to be. But yeah, so
Okay, hold on, I'm confused. This is January, so you're showing a payment from February of last year? That's the most recent payment you've got?
oh, December, I'm sorry.
December, thank you. Art, do you know if we've got a March date picked for violations?
No, we do not, Your Honor.
All right.
I can notify Mr. Ringel with that.
All right, so I'm gonna make a note on these two files that we're gonna adjourn these out approximately 60 days for Mr. Rangel to engage in treatment and continue testing and get regular with some kind of payments. Does that work, Mr. Sokowski?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Rangel, any questions about that?
No, Your Honor.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Art, you're all set, Mr. Rangel. Art, who was your
right,
next
thank you.
violation that came in?
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Terry Hansen.
Yep. Good morning, Ms. Hanson.
Good morning.
We've got a file here from March 5, 2020, operating with visibly impaired. You're here for a review. It says you tested positive for alcohol use on December 3rd, 2020. Failed to provide documentation of substance abuse treatment, failed to obtain psychological evaluation or engage in mental health treatment, and failed to comply with payment plan. Let's see what the update information is. All right, you've missed a couple tests. All right, did you go to community care yesterday?
Yes, sir.
And did they come up with a plan for you?
I believe I just start counseling services. I have another appointment this upcoming Tuesday at 5 with Lisa Kendrick.
All right. All right, anything to add?
I did receive documentation this morning on Ms. Hanson from Community Care Services indicating that she's enrolled in substance abuse treatment. Nothing here in regards to mental health treatment. She says that's a misunderstanding and that she will get resolved.
Okay.
As far as the drug testing, 2 of those missed tests, she did provide that she did get tested that very same day for COVID.
I see that, yep.
And there's been no other issues other than that one other failure to appear on a back-to-back test.
Okay.
She did come in, Your Honor, with the need for treatment. She has some PTSD issues going back to childhood and some, battered syndrome type of situation. Don't want to go into too much detail, but I do think she is on the right path. I just think, Your Honor, this is like a distal goal is the sobriety. The proximal goal is just to get her to that distal goal.
Right.
So I'm just trying to work with her to get there.
Okay. All right. Miss Hanson, have you got anything going for your community service hours?
I have talked to a lady. I didn't get her name at Bedbark and Beyond. It was discussed, Sundays are my only days off, so it was discussed that I start doing a couple hours every Sunday.
Okay. Make sure that Bed Bark and Beyond is a registered nonprofit with the state of Michigan. Otherwise, I will not give you credit for those hours.
Yes, sir. And Art is actually the one that recommended the place because they have contacted him
Okay.
for volunteers. So it's
Okay.
hand in hand.
Okay. All right. Are you working?
Yes, sir. I since last time I seen you, I now have a career. I have a new job with a 401k, full benefits, and
Awesome.
I actually work 60 hours a week now. So
Wow, where are you
Sundays are my
working?
only day. Truck Hero, we make truck parts. I work as
Where
a
they
machine
at?
operator. We are located 5400 State Road.
Okay. Ann Arbor?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Good deal. Art, what do you want to do?
Got this, Your Honor. I think I'd like to put her back on reporting, and if there's any additional issues, I'll reset it.
Awesome. Okay. Good work, Miss Hanson. Keep it up.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day at work.
You as well.
Thank you. Are we ready on Wagnitz then?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do I just leave the
Oops.
I'll contact her, Your Honor.
Sorry about that. You want me to remove her or you want to bring her back in?
Oh, no, that's fine. I'll contact her. I gotta send her, give her an appointment anyway.
What do you got?
If my recommendation is going to be putting them back on reporting, do you want to speak to them?
Not unless they need an attaboy.
I
yeah.
mean, she's slowly getting her crap
Yeah,
together.
that's all right. Yeah, perfect. Who is it? I'll cross them off the list.
Neil Riley.
Riley?
Yeah, I'm still waiting.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Wagnitz, can you hear me?
Jeff, I mean, that judge, we also have Jeff in the waiting room, who is his attorney. I'll
Thank
bring him
you.
back.
Mr. Wagnitz, you got your audio on?
Mr. Wagnitz looks like he is connected right now.
Mr. Wagnitz, you got your audio on? Art, you want to try to call him? I'll take a sentencing file while I wait. See if we can get his audio connected.
Thank you.
Hopefully at some point, Mr. Bowditch will look up so we can get him connected. Paul, would you bring in Teresa Patton and Miss Maxwell?
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Jeff. Your client, Wagnitz, was not connected, so I put him back in the waiting room and asked Art to get a hold of him and try to get his audio on.
Is that Yeoman?
No, Wagnitz, Gregory Wagnitz.
I didn't see-
Violation.
Oh, all right.
We show you as on the docket, it shows you as the attorney.
Okay. I might have to go into a breakout room and talk to him for a second.
Yeah, if we can
Talk
get
to
him
Art or
connected,
somebody.
if we can get him connected, we can do that.
Yeah, the only one I spoke to is Carmen Yeomans.
Your Honor, can I speak?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Wagnitz did not ask for an attorney when I sent him his paperwork asking him to advise me if he wanted counsel.
Okay. All right. Did you make any contact with him this morning about getting his audio turned on?
He was on with me, and I just called him right now and told him to turn his audio on. I'm going to call him back and see if he's had any luck.
All right.
Looks like he is signed on 3 times.
Then delete him 3 times and he can come back once.
Okay.
Miss Maxwell, do you have your audio on?
Yes, I do.
Good morning. You are
Good
here
morning.
for sentencing. I understand you do not want to take the court-appointed attorney that we've offered you.
Correct.
Okay. Is there anything that you want? You've looked at the report and recommendation from probation, correct?
I have not. They've told me about things, but they haven't I haven't. What do you mean by the report?
Exactly what I said.
Judge, I emailed Miss Maxwell a copy of the report, and Teresa Patton. I know she said she didn't want the attorney, but I spoke with Miss Maxwell, which is why I'm on here.
Right.
And I emailed the report to her, and she and I went over it together over the phone.
Remember that
Oh.
report, Miss Maxwell?
I remember talking to her, and I remember some emails that I've read.
Okay, that's the report and recommendation for sentencing that was prepared by our probation department.
Okay.
Have you got it? Is
Just
there
in case
anything in
you
that
need me.
report that is, pardon me?
I said, I'll hang out just in case you need me.
Thank you. Ms. Maxwell, was there anything in that report that's not factually correct? Things like your address, your criminal history, your employment record, those kinds of things.
I don't have it in front of me. I don't know that I can pull it up in front of you right now to look at it.
Okay. Well, when you went over it with Miss Patton, was there anything in it that you talked about that you thought was wrong at that time?
The things that I thought were wrong, because we really didn't discuss what happened, is me thinking that I have to be on probation for a year over what happened. If it were me, I would say that I would throw it out of court. And if Loretta feels like, which she doesn't, and I know she doesn't, if she felt like she wanted a PPO or something like that, that she could file it. But from what happened from the situation, I don't feel like I should be on probation for a year for something that I couldn't help.
If I remember correctly, and I might not be remembering correctly, Ms. Maxwell, so I'm going to ask you. If I
Sure.
remember correctly, you entered this plea with a plea agreement with the prosecutor's office, wasn't it? That they offered you a delayed sentence.
I know that you were saying delayed sentence because I pleaded no contest, and that's as far as I know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was a plea agreement between you and the prosecutor's office that they offered the delayed sentence for that time period. And that's when you pled no contest. So the fact that you don't think you should be on probation for 12 months now is fine. I could set aside your plea and we could go to trial on this, I suppose. But the deal that you entered into was you would plead no contest and the prosecutor would offer a delayed sentence. And just so you know, we talk about it as probation. It's technically not probation. You're still under the jurisdiction of the court for 12 months, but you're not on probation. Do you understand that?
Okay, and what's the jurisdiction of the court?
Meaning I still have control over you for 12 months as far as this file is concerned. So I can tell you the things you can do and the things you can't do, but it's not probation.
Okay.
It's a delayed sentence. If you get through the 12 months and you don't violate the terms of the delayed sentence, then this charge would be dismissed. It would not stay on your record as a permanent conviction.
Okay, I agree to that.
Okay. If you just plead or are found guilty to a charge and you're sentenced a straight sentencing, that conviction goes on your record right then. and then you might be on probation. But this is kind of, you're kind of in limbo for 12 months to see if we can get you on track and do everything you're supposed to save this from going on your record as a conviction. You understand that?
I understand.
Okay. Is there anything that you want me to consider before I set the terms of the sentence?
I don't think so.
All right. And I'm not sure if you remember doing so with Ms. Patton, but part of what you would have gone over with Ms. Patton with the report from probation is a recommendation for sentencing. So they're recommending court costs, recommending that you engage in mental health treatment, that you continue your medication management at Team Wellness or another approved agency, as well as follow recommendations, that you attain a substance abuse assessment or engage in treatment. Probation can help you with that. Also, that you provide documentation of any prescription medication you're on, have no contact with the victim, and not purchase, possess, or consume any mood-altering substance unless you got a doctor's prescription for that substance. Those are the recommendations made by the probation department. Do you understand those recommendations?
Yes.
All right. And are you working right now, ma'am?
No, I'm not.
All right. Looks like it's been a number of years since you've worked.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Is there anything that you want me to understand or anything you want to share with me before I set the terms of sentence?
The only reason why I haven't been working, the main reason is for being hit by a car in 2014. And I wanted you guys to know that with like the okay. What I was going to say is that I do not have a car to go to meetings and things like that, that when I talk to my doctors and things like that, it's always over Zoom or on the phone. It's easier for me. My sister wanted me to mention that I might have to live at my parents'.
Where do your parents live, ma'am?
30780 Sibley Road.
Okay, that's the address we're using for you now. Would you like us to have a different address for you in our court file?
You don't need to change the address, but
Okay.
that the one thing is that me being able to go back to that address, which my mom lives at, I don't think that she or I are going to be jumping out at each other at all.
Is your mom Loretta?
Yes. That has
Okay.
never happened in my whole life.
Okay. All right. And where are you currently residing?
My sister's house.
And which city is that in?
Riverview, Michigan.
Okay, so local. All right. Can your sister hear me?
She's in the living room. I think she's listening over a different monitor, but
Okay.
I don't.
All right. Well, here's the problem. Currently, the recommendation from probation is that you have no contact with Loretta because she's the complainant / victim in this file.
Mhm.
I have no problem considering changing that, but I'd like to hear from your mother directly.
That'd probably be a good idea because
Okay.
right now the living space is really tight here.
Okay.
And I know that, she had me over for Christmas and we don't have tension between us. So
Okay.
yeah, if you could.
All right. So here's what I want to do. You're not supposed to be having contact with her right now, so I don't want you to have a conversation with your mother about this. I'd like your sister to ask your mother to contact our probation department.
Okay.
About whether or not she wants to have contact with you.
Okay.
Until I talk to your mom, and we can set something up with your mom to do a Zoom hearing. Just
Okay.
like we're doing Zoom right now. Until I hear from your mom, I don't want you to have contact with her.
Okay.
You with me?
Yep, that's fine.
All right. As far as you're concerned about not driving, I'm pretty sure that most of what we've got, if not all of what we've got on your list of recommendations from probation, we can do virtually. I mean, I know a lot of our counseling centers are meeting clients on Zoom.
Right.
So I'm going to go along and accept their recommendations. I'm going to order those recommendations are now part of your terms of delayed sentence. what I need you to understand is if you're having any trouble at all complying with the terms, then you need to reach out to probation, explain your problems, and let them give you some options how you can fix them.
Okay,
All right?
okay.
Do you have any questions?
No, I do not.
All right. So I'm going to adopt those recommendations that I just went over. You're going to actually get them on paper as well.
Okay.
And I'm ordering court costs the amount of $300. Can you set up some kind of monthly payments?
Yes, I can.
What can you pay every month and when can you start?
By next month, it would be nice if I could pay 100 each month.
Are you sure you can pay that much, or you want to start small and you can always pay extra?
No, I'll start $100.
All right. And if I give you until the last Friday of January, which is the 29th, is that enough time, or do you want to go into February?
No, that's enough time. Or wait, I'm sorry. I get paid every third of every month, so I can put $100 in on the next 3/3.
So you want me to give you till February 5 or February 12?
Sure.
I don't care which. You tell me.
If there's any type of delay on payment, I'd make it February 12th.
Done. Okay. So you understand what you need to do to stay out of trouble.
Yep.
Okay. As long as you get through the next 12 months, you do everything I told you to do, you don't have any new criminal offenses, then at the end of that 12 months, this will be dismissed. It will not stay on your record as part of a permanent criminal conviction history. You understand
Okay.
that?
Thank you.
All right. You'll be hearing from the probation department, and ask your sister to have your mom call our probation department so I can set up a meeting with her.
I'll do that today.
Awesome. Good luck.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Teresa, do you have anything else that's scheduled today?
No, Your Honor, it was
right.
just Ms. Maxwell.
Thank you very much. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Judge,
Yeah.
before we bring somebody else in, do you want to make me host so that I can handle the breakout room between Mr. Bowditch and Mr. Wagner? And then I'll make you co-host.
Yeah, it's not Wagner, it's Wagnitz, and I don't see him in the waiting room. Do you see him anywhere?
It's Greg, yeah. He keeps signing in and out, and he just had it up 3 times again, but now he's down to 1.
All right,
So.
I don't see him, so you'll have to bring him in because I don't see him.
Mr.
Good morning,
Wagner?
Mr. Wagnitz. You got your audio on?
Good morning. Yes, Chromebook seems to work on here.
All right, Mr. Wagnitz, you're here for a violation of probation hearing. Are you prepared to go forward today without benefit of counsel, or would you like to speak to Mr. Bowditch?
I'd like to speak to Mr. Bowditch.
Okay. Jeff, we're going to put you two in a waiting room, and then if you need to have some conversation with Art, we can make that happen as well.
I'm trying to remember what I learned yesterday, Your Honor.
We'll help you through it.
I'll put you in, Jeff.
Paula will put
right.
you and Mr. Wagnitz in a breakout right now.
Yeah. There we go. I do have a couple of attorneys with their client in the waiting room. Shelby Hard and her attorney, Janelle Villard.
I'm sorry, what was the defendant's name?
Shelby Hard, H-A-R-D.
That's fine.
You want me to bring him in?
Yep.
And then Yeoman will have to wait till Mr. Bowditch gets back.
Is Mr. Bulahanis' client in the waiting room too?
No, he hasn't checked in yet.
You might check with Bulahanis, maybe send him a chat and see if he's got his client with him.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning, ladies. Counsel, your appearance for the People versus Shelby Hard.
Good morning. My name is Janelle Velarde. I'm the attorney for Shelby Hard, the defendant who's present this morning via Zoom.
Yeah, Ms. Hard, you got good audio?
I do.
Awesome. All right, counsel, have you had a chance to go over with Ms. Hard the recommendations and report from probation?
I have. In terms of any corrections, additions, or deletions, everything appears to be, for the most part, accurate.
Good.
I did notice for the plea, it says plea operating while intoxicated. The plea was actually operating while visibly impaired.
And I'm looking at the register of actions. I took an impaired plea.
Okay.
Yep.
And then other than that, if I can just address the recommendations.
Please do.
I had an opportunity to go over it with her. I felt that for the most part, these are very, very fair, very reasonable. I think that she was, you know, the officer that went ahead and interviewed her, the probation department officer, felt that she was very accountable for her actions, which is very, very important. I think it's important to emphasize that this is an incident that occurred last March. So we're actually going on about 10 months that it has taken to get to sentencing. Right. Certainly, you know, out of our control. But the point is that, you know, we kind of feel like we've almost been on probation for 10 months already. She's been doing everything right. She's been going to AA on her own volition, as stated in the interview report. She's doing extremely well. She's been working hard. She's entered into grad school. You know, all of these things that she really attributes to, you know, this offense, saying, you know what, if this wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't have been doing all these things. Like, she's doing great, you know? Good. She said, I never would have entered into grad school if I was still in this lifestyle, right? So she's done so well. And I'm just asking that this court consider, instead of 9 months probation, 6 months probation, since we kind of feel like we've already done about 10 months going.
Sure. Ms. Hard, where are you going to school at?
I'm doing an online school through Capella University.
Yeah, and what are you working towards?
So the end goal is to become a board certified behavior analyst.
Okay.
So I'll be studying psychology with an emphasis in ABA.
Yep, good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, counsel, I kind of cut you off. Was there anything else?
No, nothing else. Just all good things to report, which is always nice.
Yep. Yeah, we don't get that very often, do we, counsel?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. We have to celebrate it when it's possible. Ms. Hard, is there anything you want to add to what counsel's told me?
No.
Okay. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. First of all, I want to give you your props. Good job. I'm going to start out with 9 months, but if my probation department comes to me somewhere between now and the end of 9 months and says, look, Ms. Hart has been like Johnny on the spot. She's taking care of all the business. She calls me when there's a problem. She does everything I suggest she do. Can we close her out early? I can guarantee, as bad as my memory is, I have never told a probation officer no when they've asked me to close somebody out early. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to order 9 months. I can guarantee that if you keep in contact with your probation officer, and the probation officer says, Judge, she's been absolutely the perfect probationer, can we close her out? I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
So that is a perfect lead in for me to tell you this. Miss Blunt is your new BFF.
Yep.
Right? So if you're having any issues, I don't care if you're just having issues because you're stressing about school. Call her, let her know what's going on, right?
Yep.
Because she's the one that's going to come in and make the recommendation for me to close out early or not close out early.
Okay.
All right. So any little issues you're having, first contact Miss Blunt. If she can't help you resolve them, then contact counsel, because counsel knows how to get in front of me.
Okay.
Okay. I don't think we're going to have any problem at all.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Ready for sentence, son?
Ready.
All right. Ms. Hart, fines and costs on this file, $620. We've got a $50 misdemeanor tax to the state of Michigan, $75 victims fund fee to the state of Michigan, restitution to the state police in the amount of $100. 9 months probation, as I said, probation cost is $360. I am adopting in full the recommendations that you went over with counsel. Total on the file is $1,205. I'll leave it to you to work out with Ms. Blunt a payment plan on that. Any questions?
Nope.
Good luck on probation and better. Good luck in school.
Thank you.
Counsel, enjoy your afternoon.
You too. Thank you.
You're
Bye.
welcome. Mr. Bowditch, do you need to speak to Mr. Sikowski?
Yes, Your Honor, if I could.
Sure. All right, we'll put Mr. Wagnitz back in, nope, wrong button, back in the waiting room, and we'll get you and Mr. Sikowski in a breakout.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Paula, any luck with Bolahanas?
No response, Judge, but I'm going to bring him in and ask him.
I got him. Take care of the breakout. I'll bring him in.
I already did, and he's on his way in.
What's up? Thanks. They are. Thank you.
It looks like, Mr. Bolahanas, is that your client with you?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Good
thank
morning,
you.
gentlemen.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Counsel, your appearance for Ahmed Al-Rubi.
Good morning, Your Honor. Gregory Bulahanis on behalf of Ahmed El-Rubi. We've reviewed the PSI. It's indeed accurate. No additions, corrections, or deletions. I just asked the court to deviate in the recommendation in one respect. I'd ask the court to consider allowing Mr. El-Rubi to do the alcohol monitoring instead of the random testing. He's willing to do that, Your Honor. He's just, by way of background, he's been doing 2 AA meetings a month or a week since June of last year.
Great.
Additionally, he's been in counseling and he's been going bi-monthly, twice a month, with Chuck Schneider out of Dearborn.
Okay.
And so he's been doing that for substance abuse counseling since October. It may have even been September, but I know at least from October. And
Beautiful.
so he's already been doing things on his own volition. He knows this is his only offense. And the counseling, I met with his wife as well, and the counseling is helping both of them.
Good.
Deal with this. And I think he's made substantial steps towards correcting this situation.
Beautiful. Wonderful. Mr. El-Rubi, is there anything, am I saying it right? El-Rubi or El-Robi?
El-Rubi, yes.
Rubi. Anything you want to add to what counsel's told me, sir?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go along and I'll go through the money in a minute, but I'm going to adopt the recommendations of probation. What I'll do is I'm going to order 40 days on the alcohol monitor. And as long as you're monitoring, you don't have to test.
Okay.
All right. So if we're having problems on the monitor, then we might look at that again. But right now, as long as you're on the alcohol monitor, I'm not going to order testing as well. Understood?
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So fines and costs on your file, $620. We've got a $75 victims fund fee to the state of Michigan, $50 misdemeanor tax to the state of Michigan, restitution to Huron Township in the amount of $200. I'm placing you on probation for 9 months. Probation fee, $360. The total on the file is $1,305. I'm going to leave it to you to work out a due date or a payment plan with Ms. Blunt, your probation officer.
Your Honor, he can pay that today.
Going to pay it in full? Is he going to do that online and pay all those extra fees?
Yes. Yes.
Well, unless there's an option to come to the court.
Yeah, he can do it face to face, Monday through Friday, not next Monday, that's MLK, but Monday through Friday generally between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. Or he could drop a check or money order in the Dropbox 24/7.
You know what? I have him make sure that he goes to the court. I wasn't aware that was an option. I apologize.
Yeah, the third party vendor fees will kill him if he pays it online.
Okay.
So I'll just give him till, let's see. I'll give him till next Friday, 22nd.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Plenty of time?
That's plenty of time.
Okay. All right. Anything else, gentlemen?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Good luck, sir. If you're having any issues, I'm not talking about problems. I'm talking about issues that could become problems. Just reach out to your probation officer. Her job is to get you through probation without any violations. So you just let her know when you're having an issue and she'll help you work it out.
And I've offered him the same option, Your Honor. I said,
Beautiful.
if there's any questions about probation, please contact me. We'll keep
Good.
little problems little, not,
Yep.
you know.
Yep,
Thank you,
exactly.
Ron.
Exactly.
Thank you
Have a
so
good
much,
day,
Your
gentlemen.
Honor. You have a great day.
You too.
Take care. Bye.
Okay, Judge Katie Blunt's in with us, and she's in with Max Breidenthal, who is in the waiting
Yep.
room.
Okay. You had Breidenthal connected earlier, didn't you, Katie?
Yeah, it takes a minute. I don't know if they just don't have a very good connection. It took a couple tries for the audio to get connected.
Yeah. Mr. Breidenthal, are you connected?
His audio is not.
All right, Jeff, are you ready on Wagnitz?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe we're ready.
All right, I'll bring him in while we try to get Katie's guy connected.
All right.
Katie, do you think you might be able to call him and tell him he needs to connect with his audio?
Mr. Bowditch, your appearance for Gregory Wagnitz.
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch, 45367, appearing on behalf of and with the defendant. Your Honor, today is the date and time for a violation of probation hearing. I have discussed the matter with Mr. Wagnitz. I have discussed the matter with the director, Mr. Sokowski. Your Honor, I believe Mr. Sokowski will recommend that he does not believe Mr. Wagnitz is benefiting from probation. And then we'll have to go from there.
All right. Who's got all the background noise? Is that you, Mr. Wagnitz?
I'm in my basement. The furnace just kicked on. I'm sorry about that.
All right, I'm going to mute you. I think that's better. All right, Mr. Sokowski,
Yes, Your Honor.
anything to add?
Just that I haven't gotten the confirmation back on the alcohol test yet. We did get the confirmation back on the opiates. It's codeine, so I'm assuming Tylenol number 3 with codeine. Been in contact with this therapist. He doesn't feel comfortable even speaking with the defendant anymore. Feels that he's trying to bully him into a completion letter. At this point, I don't think he's a candidate for probation any longer. But I don't think that he should skate after bullshitting probation for the last 12 months.
Does Mr. Wagnitz have anything on his record as far as priors?
Yes, Your Honor, we have child abuse, disturbing.
Can you hear me now?
Fleeing an officer, operating while intoxicated.
What was before the operating while intoxicated? I missed that.
That was fleeing 4th degree.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Mr. Wagnitz has been on probation presently for 14 months.
All right. Mr. Wagnitz, I'm trying to, there you go. All right, Mr. Wagnitz, are you currently working?
Oh, yes.
Where do you work?
Performance Assembly Solutions. I build racing engines.
All right, say that again, sir.
Performance Assembly Solutions. I build racing engines.
Where are they at?
The old, it's Roush Technical Center on Plymouth Road.
Okay. When you said Roush, that rang a bell. Okay. All right. Is there anything Mr. Bowditch or Mr. Wagnitz want me to consider before I make a decision?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Wagnitz?
No, sir.
All right, Mr. Wagnitz, I'm going to close your file unsuccessfully. I'm going to order 30 days house arrest. We'll set that up with a tether so that you can go to work, but if you're not at work, you're at home, and that's it. Understood?
Understood.
That'll close your file out. Anything else?
Can I ask what close my file out means what?
Yeah, you're done with us after that.
Okay, so 30 days on this house arrest. Oh, well, fair enough.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, that'll include an alcohol monitor. I don't want you just sitting at home drinking. All right, good luck to you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Bowditch.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Art, you'll reach out to Mr. Wagnitz, let him know where he's got to go?
Absolutely.
All right.
With him contact.
All right, wait to hear from Mr. Sokowski, Mr. Wagnitz.
May I ask one question?
Go ahead.
Can I go to my AA meetings?
I think we can set it up that specifically, Art, can't we? Do you know?
Yeah, usually the tether agent will give some parameters, and he'll have to provide documentation.
Okay, I made a note, work in AA.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ron.
I believe Mr. Breidenthal is connected now.
Mr. Breidenthal, are you connected?
Yes. Can
Good
you hear me?
morning. Yes, I can hear you. Mr. Breidenthal, are you going forward today on a violation of probation hearing without benefit of attorney?
What's that now?
Are you prepared to go forward today with this hearing without an attorney?
No, I need an attorney.
All right. Weren't you asked by probation if you wanted an attorney for today and to let them know ahead of time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you do that?
Call her back and set something up with her.
No. Did you call and let probation know that you wanted an attorney for today?
So I talked to her this morning, and she didn't say nothing about that.
All right. Paula, put him back put him in a breakout room and then let Jeff in. I'll let Jeff in. Put Mr. Breidenthal in a waiting room, breakout room, and I'll tell Jeff what's going on. Hey, Jeff.
Yes, sir.
We're going to stick you in a breakout room with Mr. Breidenthal, Max Breidenthal. October 22, 2019, impaired driving charge. We had him in on the 9th. We adjourned it till today for him to engage in substance abuse treatment, attend AA meetings weekly, test twice per month. Let's see.
Is this a violation, Your Honor?
Yeah. Katie, where are we at with him?
He's in treatment with GrowthWorks. He really likes it. It's going well. He's doing AA online. Testing, I'm still working out with GrowthWorks. Nothing has came up yet.
Okay.
I mean, other than payments, which I'm not super worried about right now, he is on track.
Okay, so you're prepared to put him back on reporting?
I was going to actually see if you'd be okay with adjourning this to the March date,
Sure.
just to make sure he stays on track.
I'm okay with that if you are. So Jeff, tell him where we're at with that file, and kind of quiz him a little bit. Can you get some kind of payment started? Because it's been some sentencing. We haven't seen $1 out of him yet.
All right, Your Honor. What is his name again?
Max Breidenthal. We're going to put you in the breakout room with him.
All right. Is there a case number, Judge?
There is. 194439.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And then Yeoman is yours. Are you ready on Yeoman?
Ready on Yeoman.
All right, we'll get Yeoman in as soon as you're ready on Breidenthal.
All right,
Okay.
thank you.
I got him in there. Okay, Nicole, her attorney is Bill Mays, but I don't know if she wants to go forward without him or.
Let's find out.
There we go.
Good morning, Ms. Wall.
Good morning.
Ms. Wall, you're scheduled for sentencing today. Have you had any contact with Mr. Mays? Because we don't see Mr. Mays in the waiting room.
No, I've been trying to get a hold of him and I haven't. I was actually just trying to call his office, but I haven't spoke to him.
All right. You want me to reschedule this until you can find him?
Is that something we could do or?
Sure. Let's do this. I'm going to put you in the waiting room. I'm going to have my secretary call him and see if she can get a hold of him.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, Paula, Bill's number is 941-8800.
Yeah, I have his cell phone too.
Well, that's even better.
That's what I'm going to call. So.
Me, Am E. What's your name?
Rahim
Hello?
Amateur Rahman.
What's your name? All right, good morning. You're
Rahima
here for
Amatur
sentencing today
Rahman.
on an August 5.
Yes.
Good morning. You're here for sentencing today?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
And have you had a chance to look at the report and recommendation prepared by our probation department?
Yes, sir.
Is there anything in that report, ma'am, that is not factually correct? Things like your address, your work history, things like that?
No.
All right.
Well, when I spoke to the precinct, the lady, what's her name? When I
Katie
spoke to
Blunt?
her, I told her, I gave her my new address.
And what's that?
The 5040 Boson's Way,
Yep.
apartment
We
B2.
got it.
Okay.
Yep, we've got it. Yep.
Okay.
Still working at Serenity Health?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there anything you want to add to that report or anything you want me to consider before I set the terms of your sentence today?
Yeah, if you would just consider the fact of this pandemic and, in this situation and, just can take all of that into consideration, and this was like basically my first time and I didn't, destroy anybody's property or anything like that except for my own.
And you've got another court date coming up at the 14th District Court on, 2 weeks from today, right?
Actually, I think it's Friday, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna have to check.
You better check that. Our probation department put a note in here that you're scheduled for a pretrial arraignment on January 20.
Okay. I thought it was Friday, but I'm
You might want to check that out.
Okay.
Better to be early for court than late.
Yes, sir.
All right. Anything else, ma'am, before I sentence you on this file?
Oh, no.
All right. Ma'am, the fines and costs on the file, $620. There is a $75 victims fund fee to the state of Michigan, $50 misdemeanor tax to the state of Michigan, restitution to Van Buren Township in the amount of $125. There's a $50 bench warrant fee. I'm putting you on probation for 12 months. Probation fee is $480. I am adopting in full the recommendations that you went over from probation. So when you got that paperwork from probation, there were 11 recommendations. Those are now court ordered. The total on your file, fines and cost wise, the total is $1,400. I'm going to leave it to you to work out a payment plan with Ms. Blunt. We can set up some kind of monthly payments. Of all the things we tell you to do, the money is the one at the bottom of the priority list for us. As long as you're making an attempt on the money and you're doing everything else, you're going to keep on track, no problem.
Okay.
Do you have any questions, ma'am?
So the 12 months probation, what is that going to be requiring?
Well, do you remember the recommendations you looked at?
Well, because actually the paper that I got, it only said something about not driving until February and then paying $125.
That wasn't even from us. That was something you got from Secretary of State.
Oh, well then, no, I didn't see the
Let me
recommendations.
go over the
then.
details with you then. I've ordered 40 days. I've ordered 45 days on an alcohol monitor. That means you can't drink for 45 days or I'm going to find out about it and that's going to violate probation because I'm ordering that you not purchase, possess, or consume any mood altering substance unless you've got a doctor's prescription for that. I'm also ordering that you engage in substance abuse treatment and follow all recommendations follow all the recommendations from that assessment. And you need to get that documented within 21 days, documented to probation within 21 days. You'll attend AA or NA meetings or other approved support group meetings approved by probation at a minimum of 1 per week with documentation to probation. You'll provide documentations. If you are on any prescriptions, you're going to have to let probation know what those prescriptions are. And you're subject to random testing twice per month for alcohol use as if you're not on the tether. I'm not going to have you do the testing and the tether at the same time. So for 12 months, you do the things you're told to do. Don't do the things you're told not to do, like new criminal offenses. And then we get you through the end of the 12 months successfully without any further penalties. Any questions, ma'am?
So, okay, because I'm still a little bit confused on this. So for 12 months, that's what why is it got to be for so long though?
Because I decided that's what it's going to be. That's the short answer. Okay, and so hold on a minute. I'm not saying that we won't terminate your probation early. We do that all the time. So if you get, if you engage in treatment and that treatment gets over and you're doing everything you're supposed to, you're not having any problems, and you come to your probation officer after 6 months, for example, and say, look, I'm taking care of business. I haven't had any issues. Is there any chance I can close out early? I never tell a probation officer no when they ask me to close somebody out early. And in that situation, I'm pretty sure Ms. Blunt would agree to ask for me to close you out early.
Okay.
So I'm putting you on 12 months. Nothing says I can't end that probation early. And actually, it's fairly likely that I will, as long as you're doing everything you're supposed to. And with that in mind, ma'am, if you're having any problems, not even problems, just issues. If you're having any issues complying with all these orders, you need to reach out to your probation officer and explain what's going on so she can give you options and help keep you on track.
Okay.
Because she's your new BFF.
Okay.
And a lot of what I've ordered you to do is probably going to be the same kind of stuff that the 14th District Court would want you to do. So we'll be able to coordinate between the two courts so you're not testing for them and on a tether for me, for example.
Okay. Okay.
All right. And if necessary, at that point, Ms. Blunt will be happy to talk to the probation officers there and let them know exactly what we've got you doing.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
All right. You're going to hear from Ms. Blunt.
Okay.
And are we ready on Mr. Bridenthal's file, Mr. Bowditch?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Bridenthal, can you hear us?
Your Honor, just for my records, what was his original charge?
Originally intoxicated, pled down to impaired.
All right, thank you. We're ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Bridenthal, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. And Mr. Bowditch, you've explained to him the recommendation for probation?
Yes, Your Honor. Actually, when I spoke with Ms. Blunt, she is recommending an adjournment, and we would have no objections.
All right. What's that date, Ms. Blunt?
We do not have a March date quite yet.
Okay. So it'll be sometime in March, Mr. Bridenthal. You'll hear from probation. You'll get a notice.
Thank you, Ms. Blunt.
So it sounds like we're getting you on track, Mr. Bridenthal. So keep up the good work.
All right, thank you.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor. Thank you, Ms. Blunt.
All right. And we're going to bring Yeoman in just a second.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge?
Yep.
I have tried to contact Mr. Mays. I called his cell phone, called his office, left a message with his service. I've also texted him. So I'm just waiting for a response from him. But it looks like his client bugged out. She didn't stay here unless he called her and she wanted to answer his call.
Right. Katie, can you hear me?
Yes, Judge.
I talked to Ms. Wall. She has been unable to make contact with Mr. Mays. Paula just tried. She struck out. So I'm just going to make a note in the file. We're going to reschedule this sentencing.
Okay.
Do you want me to bring Ms. Yeoman in now?
Please.
I believe it's a Mr.
Oh, sorry. Judge, that sentencing was for Rahima.
Correct.
Thank you.
Judge, you wouldn't have a case number for Warnets, would you, in front of you? Or did you get rid of
For
that
who?
file? Warnets?
Oh, Wagnets?
Or Wagnets?
I've got it. It's 18-4906.
And that was OWI. I just have to keep a record of all these things.
Sure.
Thank you.
Trying to get Mr. There we go. Mr. Yeoman, are you connected?
He's connected, but he's muted. I just asked him to. Okay.
Mr. Yeoman, are you connected?
I believe I am now. Can you hear me?
You are.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Mr. Yeoman.
Mr. Bowditch, your appearance for Mr. Yeoman.
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch, 45367, bearing on behalf of and with Mr. Yeoman. Your Honor, today's the date and time for sentencing in this matter. I've spoken with Mr. Yeoman. I've reviewed the pre-sentence investigation with him. We find it factually accurate. No additions, no deletions, and no corrections. We would ask the court to respectfully adopt those recommendations.
Thank you. Mr. Yeoman, is there anything you want to add to that?
The only thing that I have my concerns about is my license with the Secretary of State. I know that there's a stipulations that they put in place, and I'm just trying to do my best to make sure that I can make it to work and testing and any counseling or whatever I have to do. So that's my only concern is that.
You understand, sir, I have no control over your license. That's all Secretary of State at this point.
Yes.
I wish you luck, though.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else you want me to consider before I sentence today?
No, I just would like to say that I've been watching you sentence throughout the on YouTube there, your live feed, and I'd like to say that I'm very impressed and grateful that you conduct yourself the way you do. It's really nice to see the way that you do things, and I'm hoping that I can get myself together through this process.
I'm pretty sure you can. We're going to help you.
Thank you.
All right. Your charge in Hamburg, did you do any treatment on that case, the 2014 case?
Yes, I believe I did. I had a mental health evaluation at that point in time, as well as substance abuse counseling for,
right.
I believe it was for at least a few months. It was, I think, 20 sessions, 8 individual, okay. 12 group. And I've attended AA for, I think it was about a year.
All right. Ready for sentencing?
Yes, sir.
Ready, Your Honor.
All right. Fines and costs on the file, $720. We've got a $50 misdemeanor tax to the state of Michigan, $75 victims fund fee to the state of Michigan, restitution to Huron Township in the amount of $200. I'm placing you on probation, sir, for 12 months. Probation fee is $480. I'm adopting in full the recommendations that you've gone over with Mr. Bowditch. I'm ordering 45 days on the alcohol tether. I've made a note that as long as you're on the alcohol tether and not having problems, we won't have you doing random testing as well. We're not going to have you do both at the same time. Total on the file is $1,525. You can work out a payment plan or due date with your probation officer. Do you understand all that so far?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to take my judge hat off and I'm just going to lecture you.
Yes, sir.
Brother, you're 30 years old. You got 2 drunk drivings on your history. You got an issue you're not dealing with appropriately.
Yes, sir.
I've got a theory about life, Mr. Yeoman. For what it's worth, I'm going to share it with you because as you engage in treatment on this file, I want you thinking about this. I think that every one of us, as we go through life, we've got a toolbox. And when the stuff hits the fan, we go to our personal toolbox, we open that box up, and we reach in and we pull out the tools to deal with whatever that crap is that life threw at us. You with me so far?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're a drywall guy. Toolbox, you understand toolbox.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us have been blessed, and when we open up our toolbox, it's full of very effective, healthy tools. Some of us, when we open up the toolbox, there's 1 or 2 things in that box, and they're self-destructive tools. Some people, when life throws them crap, they open the toolbox, and all they see in that box is substance abuse. Doesn't fix any of the crap, doesn't fix any of the problems, but it makes them feel better while they're high. You follow me?
Absolutely. Yeah, I understand.
All right. Now, I'm not saying that's your situation. If I had to bet money, I'd probably bet on that being at least part of your situation, is that you don't have the right tools in your toolbox. When we send somebody to a treatment program or a counseling program, the goal is to open up your box, get all those tools out and shine some sunlight on them so you can clearly see what they are.
Yes.
And the ones that aren't working, chuck them.
Yeah.
And then with that extra space you got in your box, put some healthy tools in the box.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're 30 years old. You got a lot of crap coming your way. Life's going to keep throwing you stuff for a long time.
Yeah.
All right. So I just want you thinking along those lines as you engage in this probation period.
Yeah, I really like the way you put that. It's something that I've had in my mind. I mean, like you said, I don't have the right tools, and it's been an issue that my alcohol abuse has been growing since 2012, and that's a really good way to put it. I appreciate that.
And Mr. Yeoman, it's not your fault that those tools were in your box, but now that you know that, it's your fault if you leave them there.
Yes, sir.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're a product of our environment and our experiences. All right. So crap that happened to you when you were 4 years old helped put tools in your toolbox. But once you're old enough to see what's going on and they're not working, now it's on you.
Yeah.
All right. So I want you wrapping your head around that as you enter into this process, because when I said we're going to help you do better,
Yeah.
I meant that. A lot of people think when we put you on probation, it's punishment. It's not punishment. If I want to punish you, I'll issue fines and costs. I'll put you in jail. That's punishment. When I put somebody on probation, it's because we think we can help them change a pattern of behavior that's not effective. So Miss Blunt's job, Miss Blunt does not get a good job performance review because at the end of the month, she can come to me and say, look, I had you throw 4 people in jail. So I'm up 4 notches this month. Her job is to get you through this probation period, not only without problems, but successfully, so we can put you on the side of the ledger that says behavior change worked.
Yeah.
All right. So she's your BFF.
Mm-hmm.
If you're having any issues, you reach out to her and tell her what's going on. For example, if you screw up, you open up that toolbox a month down the road and you drink on a weekend, don't wait for us to catch you. You call her Monday morning and say, Katie, I screwed up. This is what happened. I panicked. I drank. Come clean with her, because she's the one. If ever you have to stand in front of me again because there's been a violation allegation, you want her to say, Judge, he's been great. He screwed up 4 times, but every time he called me and told me about it, he's trying really hard.
Yeah.
Because with all due respect to Mr. Bowditch and anybody else that might be out there with a P number listening, she's more effective at that point than the attorney usually is.
Okay.
When the probation officer says he's trying, that means more to me than all the excuses or explanations the attorney can give me, because that's what we want you to do. We understand that you might not have the right tools in your box, so you're probably going to screw up on probation at least a little bit. We can deal with that as long as your attitude's right.
Okay.
I'm not giving you a pass to go out and screw up.
Yeah.
All right. Do your best, but I can deal with a bump in the road a little bit as long as the guy that's bumping has got the right attitude and he's trying.
Okay.
All right. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
You'll hear from probation.
Mr. Yeoman, call me if you need me.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you both.
All right.
That's all we have. Bill Mays has not responded yet. He might be in court somewhere.
Thank you.
But Katie and I did set a new date.
Thanks, Jeff.
You want me to hang out for a while, Judge?
Nah, we'll track you down if we need you for something.
There's
All
only
right, thank you,
2
Judge.
left on
Thank
the
you,
docket.
Paula.
They were scheduled for 8, so. Katie and I did set a new date for March, so I'll get it on the calendar for you. Bye, Katie. Bye, Art.